Growing up, my brothers and sisters and I were in foster care, and I always said I would like to do that. Chester said, okay. I think he kind of felt like, he did all the things he wanted to do, and maybe he should do something I wanted to do. That night, I was up almost all night with him, scared to death. And I said the next morning to Chester, I don't know if I can do this. And Chester said, well, we'll do fine. Don't worry about it. You go to church tonight and see what happens. Well, I went to the service at Willow Creek, and all of a sudden, this just kind of peacefulness came over me. Makes me a little bit emotional. And I told God that night, you guide me and we'll do this. And I've never looked back. We decided we would take her. This was Chester's decision. He said, Patrick will need a sibling. Patrick will need somebody when we're not here anymore. We kind of knew that this might be a long-term thing, but you don't get your hopes up. We just decided we were going to let God lead us to wherever he wanted to take us, and it was to keep them. We didn't hesitate for a second. We just said yes. Chester did everything with Reese and Patrick. Changed diapers, fed them, they threw up on him. Because he had the time, he was retired.
He adopted us and was a real good dad to us.
I talk about stuff with my dad, and my dad would try to help me.
If you don't really have a special needs child, you don't really understand all those little things that they do that don't make a lot of sense to most people. They don't feel safe out in the world unless there's some place they know and understand. In church, they feel very safe. When you go someplace and you're accepted, that makes your heart feel good. And that's what happened with Reese and Patrick. It's been probably the best thing that happened to us in a long time. It says something about Willow Creek, that you value the talent that these kids have, and all these kids have talent. They worked with Patrick and they worked with Reese, and then they met all these kids. They just loved it, and I've developed some really good friendships with the parents. I kept thinking to myself, this really isn't real. I just always thought, he'd be here. I never thought about time without him.
I was heartbroken when he died. Even though he's gone, I can still miss him. Sometimes I wish he was still here in person.
I think you grieve for the rest of your life. Someday I'll see him again. And that's what I tell the kids. Someday you will see Dad again. We had Chester's visitation. I couldn't believe it. So many of them came. So many of the kids came. The outpouring of everybody was amazing. This group of parents, I think it's because they've been through so much, they know They surround you and they always ask, how are you doing? You know, is everything okay? You know, is anything we can do for you? I am really a blessed person because I could be alone. I could be going through this all by myself. They're there. I mean, they truly, truly love all of us. And it isn't just for show. I know it's real. It's in their heart.